In this video, I'll be facing off two micro haze machines, the PMI Gear SmokeNinja versus the Ulanzi Filmog. Let's see which one comes out on top.
As a content creator, I've been using Haze for as long as I can remember. For most of that time, it felt very unattainable. These haze machines and foggers were thousands of dollars. They're big and bulky and expensive, and unless I had a big budget, chances are I couldn't use them. But Haze has always added this organic, romantic, very filmic quality to my visuals. And it's something that I think elevates mine from other people and it sets me apart. For this talking head segment, I'm using Haze literally right now. It's adding a lot of atmosphere and really upping the quality of this look.
Now, for full disclosure, I've been using PMI Gear products for the past couple of years in my projects. First, the Smoke Genie, and more recently, the SmokeNinja. I've genuinely enjoyed the experience using them, but with the advent of new competitors on the market, I wanted to create a showcase comparison to help other creators make the right decision when deciding to add Haze to their own content. I'm starting things off by shooting cinematic portraits of a Lord of the Rings Nazgul character, something I've wanted to capture for a long time. So with shooting this Nazgul portrait from Lord of the Rings, I brought a couple vintage lenses with me. Now these are both Helios lenses from Russia from the 60s and 70s, and they have a ton of character. There's no lens coating and they have this beautiful bokeh, so I'm gonna try these on my Lumix camera and see if it makes the images feel more cinematic. Okay, let's do the first test here, see what kind of output we can get. So I'm gonna try full blast on the Ulanzi. Okay, it's not as much as I thought it would put out. I mean, there's a bit of wind and obviously we're outside. Oh, oil tank mismatch. I don't know what that means. And this is the Ulanzi one. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, oil tank mismatch. Can you see those? I don't know how I have low battery. That one's full, this one's half. Maybe the mode is too high. Mode on. Okay, I'm gonna try the lowest possible setting. Okay, it's not stopping now, but this is no output at all. Nowhere near what I need to shoot outdoors. Okay, I'm gonna let this one chill for a bit and see if it figures itself out. But I wanna test the SmokeNinja now. Now, I'm not really known for making product comparison videos, but I did feel inclined to make this one. And that's because there are a bunch of new offerings hitting the market now, and I wanted to showcase which one's right for you. So first up, we have the SmokeNinja by PMI Gear. Now, this thing is gonna run you about $250 Canadian for the creator kit, which if you're gonna buy this one, I highly recommend getting that kit because it comes with everything you need, including Haze, batteries, and all the attachments. Now you can buy this in a bare bones unit for around 170 Canadian, but it's going to be limiting in terms of what you get with it. The SmokeNinja comes with a battery, and the battery life is quite good on this. In fact, you can get up to 20 minutes of continuous haze time. Now that might not sound like a lot, but 20 minutes of continuous haze. You're going to be doing bursts of maybe 10 seconds, maximum 2 minutes. So 20 minutes of continuous haze is a ton of haze. Damn, that thing puts out a lot of haze. It's not stopped. Wow, okay. In terms of size, this thing is very portable and tiny. It's actually smaller than an iPhone, so it can fit into any camera kit, and it feels really nice in your hand. Now for functionality, it could not be more simple. You triple tap the power button, the device comes on, and it gives you 3 different modes that are color coded for the mode that you're in. You've got fog, dry ice, and steam. I love dry ice for product shots. I love fog for portraits and shooting outdoors and really filling a room quickly. And then steam is gonna be more subtle, more practical effects type shots. Also included in the kit is a proprietary cloud formula. It's been formulated to be highly concentrated, so you get a lot of output, while simultaneously being very safe. They've done a myriad of tests to ensure that this is safe to be around, to breathe in. It's going to be safe for anyone utilizing it.
From the 100 ml bottle, you get 200 minutes of use, which is a ton of haze. And honestly, I haven't gone through a bottle in more than like 3 to 6 months. The bottles last a long time. The SmokeNinja includes a few mounting options, which include a magnetic mount and a 1/4-inch screw mount, allowing for flexibility on attaching this device to pretty much anything. The wireless remote makes it really easy to use this thing when not in your hand. And it's got a range around 50 feet, which makes it super easy to use if you're just a solo creator.
Next up, I want to see if these handheld haze machines can fill a room. So I brought the devices into my garage to capture warm and nostalgic visuals of my vintage motorcycle. Both units are capable of outputting a surprising amount of haze, and were able to fill the garage in a matter of minutes. It's just going to come down to which device is easier to use and less prone to troubleshooting.
Yeah, it's starting to smell like burning. That's not great. I think I'm gonna let it chill for a second.
Okay, I'll cut that.
Next up, we've got the Ulanzi Filmog. And it's very similar to the SmokeNinja. Now, some of the differences are it doesn't actually have a always-on display, which is both a pro and a con of this device. This is actually a remote that comes out, so you can control this remotely. But if you lose this, or if this dies, you lose functionality of the device. This doesn't have any modes. It has simply a haze amount and fan amount. So if you want to get dry ice, you have to adjust each dial accordingly. And if you want to get more fog, you have to do the same. The output is based on a non-proprietary format. I think this is a glycerin oil and another chemical. I don't find the haze to be as nice to be around. I find it to be a little bit aggressive in terms of just the overall feeling. It doesn't feel the best to breathe. It just feels very heavy. And I find that I go through oil a lot quicker on this device. The haze quality, I find, is a little bit less than the SmokeNinja. It's definitely not as... In terms of sound, I find this one to be very piercing. It sounds like a demonic kettle. And I really don't like being around it when it's making this sound. Hear for yourself. God. You can see the output is still quite good, but that sounds brutal in my opinion compared to this guy. So that's this sound. The mic can pick it up. And Filmog. So if you like demonic screams coming from your little units, then I would go with this one. Now, it takes 2 batteries. They're the same batteries as SmokeNinja. And because there are 2 batteries, obviously you're gonna get a bit better battery life. But charging felt very inconsistent, and I had a lot of issues with it not reading the battery levels properly. I have a few of these batteries. Some batteries, even though they were full, it read as empty. There's a lot of inconsistencies there.
This thing will not stop failing. It just keeps saying it's overheating. And then it says oil tank mismatch. I have no idea what that means. This is basically unusable today. I'll have to bring this back to the studio and see what the hell's going on. But so far this has been incredibly unreliable.
Now, one thing that caught me off guard was the fact that this does not come with batteries. When I got the unit and I thought I was ready to film, I opened it up and to my surprise, 0 batteries. I'm not sure why they do that, but the fact that it's sent out being inoperable is very confusing to me, and they don't make that clear. It doesn't come with any batteries. It doesn't come with any haze or any additional chambers. It's just this. I would personally go for the highest end kit, which comes with the device, haze, extra chamber, and all the various attachments, but still no battery. The build quality definitely feels cheaper. It sort of makes a bunch of little like plastic sounds, like it's not quite assembled properly. Feels like if you dropped it once, it would probably break. This is actually my second Ulanzi Filmog. The first one I used just gave me non-stop errors. I lost my trust in using this in a professional setting.
I tried my best to be fair when challenging both products, but was honestly surprised at just how poor the Ulanzi Filmog performed. Having to buy a second unit just to film this review was frustrating, and even then I had errors. had to deal with the brutal noise, and just didn't feel good being around this budget haze fluid.
Smells like it's burning.
Don't fall prey to this cheaper price tag. You get what you pay for, and in my opinion, this is just a bad knockoff of the SmokeNinja. The SmokeNinja itself worked flawlessly, and will be the device that I integrate into my kit. It has a ton of functionality, good safety features, it's quiet, and comes with a haze fluid that has been rigorously tested for safety and health. This is your best option on the market for adding haze to your shoots. I can't recommend it enough. Now to end things off, here's how that Lord of the Rings content turned out.
Oh, that's pretty good. Now swipe at me. Okay, and action. Looks a little drunk.